Hey, what's up guys, it's HDL, and in this video I'm going to attempt to knock out two birds with one stone. I'm going to show a much more reliable method for the flybot setup when you're going for the level rep, and at the same time I'm going to show how to do the Knuckles boss fight with Knuckles without any rings. Uh, So Knuckles, first thing you have to keep in mind is that his jump height is shorter. So when you do this jump here, you might want to hold left for a little bit just to make sure he clears that. Otherwise, he'll bump the wall, and you'll have to do some adjustment in order to manipulate the flybot. You can still manipulate the flybot correctly, but you have to know more or less how to move. So once you come here, just run right into that enemy, take a hit. The flybot will appear and start diving here. Just keep holding right and this ring should fall on you. If it doesn't, there's a ring here. Or rather, if it doesn't, like actually, if Knuckles doesn't collect it. Sometimes rings just bounce past you and the character doesn't collect it. There's still this ring here. So just keep holding right. Once you get to around here, you want to hold left and basically come to almost a full stop. And once you do that, you want to move onto this thing roughly when the timer says about 7.5 seconds. So for this bit, the idea is we want the flybot, and I'm actually going to get rid of this. Okay, so the idea is we want the flybot to come into view. So he's not going to come into view yet. So you want to hold left, and the idea is this will basically make the flybot descend. Once you get to around here, you want to start holding right. And then you're going to see the flybot over here in the top left corner. Now, if the flybot gets too close to you horizontally, he's going to dive. We don't want that to happen yet, but this position is good. That's why we start moving to the right, so that we make sure he doesn't dive too soon. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump off of this cylinder before you get up to the top half. So you want to basically jump while you're still in the bottom half of it. You'll come down here, and then you can either wait for this bridge to break and then hit the spring, or if you're Knuckles, you can glide, or if you're Tails, you can just fly up here. Then you come to this edge here, but don't stand on the very edge. Stand just a little bit away from it, and you're going to see the flybot dive in this manner. If you see him dive like this, where he's not too far to the right, it means that you got it correctly. So you hold up, shift the screen, and then the flybot is going to come back, and he's going to descend before he starts his dive. So if we look at this, he'll descend first, and then around this point, once he's already descended, then he starts his dive. And then he's going to hit you from the right side. Now, what typically happens, a lot of people, they do a different setup, and what the flybot does is that it actually is still up here by the time it gets into the position where it starts to dive. It starts like somewhere around here, and then it dives and it hits you on the left side and knocks you to the right. But if you do this setup, the flybot will always descend first and hit you from the right side. So once that happens, you can actually just hold right. This is going to put you into the perfect position. You're going to land here, and the spikes will then load once the screen starts to catch up. Once they load, they'll push you into the wall, and you can just hold right and do the level wrap like that. So once you get the level wrap, you want to tap left to face left, and then you want to hold down to shift the screen down. Once you see this tube here, you know that the screen is almost fully caught up, and you can actually jump preemptively. I don't do it here. I wait for the screen to catch up, but you can actually jump preemptively and hit the switch that's off screen. Now, 0 rings, it seems a little scary, right? Because, you'll die if you get hit once. But we have a method for this. So what you want to do is you want to come over here and you want to line up Knuckles' shoe with this bit here. And once again, there are all kinds of references you can use. You can use these windows down here. You can use the purple bits. I actually just line it up with the white part on the very top of the floor. There's 3 of them from the wall, and on that 3rd one, that's where I put his foot. So you're going to wait until this mace swings once, and then you're going to jump and hit him. And then after you've hit him, you hold right. Then you're going to jump and hit this guy, then switch to holding left. There. That's where you switch to holding left. So you're gonna keep holding right actually, because you don't want him to get too close to the wall. So you keep holding right, and then once this guy starts getting closer, you switch to holding left. Let the mace swing by, and then you jump and hit him there. Then over here, once you land, you keep holding left a little bit so that Knuckles doesn't move too far to the right from the momentum of that bounce. Then you jump, hit that guy from the side there. Do the same thing. Keep holding right so your momentum doesn't go too far to the left. Then you jump, hit that guy like that. This is all rhythm and positioning. Now for this bit, this is the critical bit. This is why we don't want to be too far to the left. This mace is going to be right in our way. So what we want to do is make sure Knuckles was to the right enough so that you have some space to work with. So you're going to hold left and move all the way left to get out of the way of this thing. Once it's out of your way, you switch to right, and you jump and you hit him. Then you keep holding right until this guy is sticking out of the wall enough. Once he's out of the wall enough, you jump and you hit him. And now they only have 1 mace to work with, so things are a little bit easier here. So you jump, hit him there. And then the rest of it is just rhythm. So I'm going to show that again. But this time I'm not going to use the frame advance. I'm just going to do it in real time just so you can see. I guess you'll see it in reverse first. We'll just show the whole thing just so you can see how it looks like in real time. And that's how you do this boss with 0 rings, as well as do the consistent flybot setup. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.